leader will slow down to about 100 k's, and then everyone bunches up. The person that's involved in the collision, so the victim and I guess the person that caused it, are to move to the back of the field. The person who was the victim is to be ahead of the person that caused it.
Yep.
So didn't have any damage issues. So yeah, if I was to hit Hayes, I would go to the right to the back, and Hayes would be ahead of me.
Hashtag the hazing.
Exactly.
The race session is at
for the
Bahrain
most part,
International
just enjoy
Circuit
it.
Grand Prix Circuit in Sakir, Bahrain.
We do run a
The
maximum
wind
of
speed
3
is
race
4 km/h
restarts,
from the
so if the
north-northeast.
start is
Seaman
through
Row
Cardiff
is
Field,
first.
we will I will restart the race.
Hashtag Fulangi
Just
from
with a click of a
Australia
button,
is second.
everyone will grid back up. On the third race restart, if it's still
Exilex from Italy
we will
is
do a rolling
third.
start.
Matt Williams from
Scotty.
Italy is fourth.
Well done,
Thank
man.
you.
Server is also now set to free
Specky
join
K,
up until 20
Sim Racer
seconds for the
203
lights out.
from Australia is P5.
Stops. Good luck,
No
everybody.
pit stop.
No need for pit
Lethal
stops.
Force from Australia
Good luck,
is
everyone.
P6.
Luck.
Auto clutch, so
Luck.
don't.
Steve Evo JR from Australia is 7th.
Lights are out.
Hayes is 8th. 20 minutes remaining in the session. Race start. Seaman Row is P1.
Go Harvey.
Hashtag Fulangi in T1 is third. Specky K, Sim Racer 203 is fourth. Lethal Force is P5. Steve Evo JR in T8 is P6. Hayes in T10 is 8th.
Come on, you big Alice.
XXILEX in T11 is P3.
Oh, sorry, Specky.
XXILEX lost P3 to Specky K, Sim Racer 203.
I went out in the dirt there.
Steve Evo JR in T13 is
I was just
P6.
about to say, yeah, your setup's not too bad.
K Smith from Singapore is P9, 0.2 behind Hayes. XXILEX is P4, 0.4 behind Specky K, Sim Racer 203. K Smith in T1 is P9, 0.5 behind Hayes. Steve Evo JR in T4 is 6th, 0.4 behind Lethal Force. Matt Williams in T7 is P7. Best lap is a 2:19.967. 6.988 off the fastest lap. XXILEX is P4, 0.4 behind Specky K, Sim Racer 203. Matt Williams on lap 2 is 0.2 behind Steve Evo JR.
Wrong fuel setup. Okay, I've got wrong fuel again. Season 1 rookie error.
Matt Williams passed Steve Evo JR for P6. Steve Evo JR in T12 on lap 2 is 0.2 behind Matt Williams.
Anyone keen for a restart?
And now you're all good.
Steve Evo JR passed Matt Williams for 6th. Matt Williams is 0.3 behind Steve Evo JR.
Race 2. Double points race at the end of the season too, so I can pick them then.
That's the attitude.
At least another 5.
Honey 65 from Australia is P11, 0.8 behind Neo. Steve Evo JR in T2 is P7. Best lap is a 2:15.357. 6.463 off the fastest lap. 15 minutes remaining in the session. Huggy 65 in T4 is P11, 0.9 behind Neo. Huggy 65 passed Neo for P10. Steve Evo JR is 0.4 behind Matt Williams. Matt Williams was 1.4 faster last lap. Isaiah from Australia is P11. Best lap is a 2:16.014. 7.120 off the fastest lap. Steve Evo JR on lap 3 is P7. 0.8 behind Matt Williams. Neo from Australia is 12. Neo passed to Isaiah for 11. K. Smith in T1 is P9 driving a Panaz, 0.5 behind Hayes. Steve Evo JR in T7 on lap 4 is 1.0 behind Matt Williams. Isaiah in T8 is 12 driving a Sin Cars, 0.5 behind Neo. Isaiah was 2.4 faster last lap. Huggy 65 is P10, 0.5 behind K. Smith. Huggy 65 passed K. Smith for 9. Isaiah from Australia is 12, 0.3 behind Neo. Matt Williams from Italy is P6, 0.5 behind Lethal Force. Matt Williams is now 5th. Isaiah on lap 4 is 12th, 0.8 behind Neo. Exilex exiting pits.
Exiting.
Exilex is P9, 0.1 behind Huggy 65.
Got a hanging.
Thanks, mate.
Isaiah from Australia in T3 is 12, 0.4 behind K. Smith. Huggy 65 is P9 driving a Chevrolet, 0.5 behind Exilex. 10 minutes remaining in the session. Isaiah from Australia is 12, 0.4 behind K. Smith. Matt Williams from Italy in T12 is P5, 1.0 behind Lethal Force. Isaiah in T12 is P12, 0.7 behind K. Smith. Matt Williams in T1 is P5. Best lap is a 2:11.147. 3.099 off the fastest lap. Exilex in T1 on lap 6 is P8, 0.5 behind Hayes. Matt Williams from Italy in T8 is P5, 0.5 behind Lethal Force.
That wasn't.
Right, spin around, though, did ya? Get the straight.
Huggy 65 is P9, 0.8 behind Hayes. Hayes was 1.8 faster last lap. Matt Williams is 5th, 0.5 behind Lethal Force.
I wasn't worried there, Huggy, because I knew you were going to have to brake.
Huggy 65 in T12 is P9, 0.3 behind Hayes. Hayes is P9 battling Huggy 65. Hayes was 1.8 faster last lap. Hayes passed Huggy 65 for P8. Huggy 65 is 9th, 0.1 behind Hayes. Huggy 65 passed Hayes for 8th. Hayes in T1 is P9, 0.1 behind Huggy 65. Huggy 65 was 4.1 faster last lap. Isaiah in T3 is P12, 0.3 behind Naismith. Matt Williams in T10 is 5th. Isaiah is P12, 0.4 behind K. Smith. Five minutes remaining in the session. Matt Williams is 5th driving a McLaren, 0.6 behind Lethal Force. Isaiah is P12, 1.0 behind K. Smith.
It is +1.
Matt Williams in T2 is 5th, 0.5 behind Lethal Force. Isaiah is 12, 0.7 behind K. Smith. Matt Williams is P5, 0.3 behind Lethal Force. Isaiah in T6 is P12, 0.5 behind K. Smith. Matt Williams in T12 on lap 8 is 5th, 0.2 behind Lethal Force. Matt Williams is now 4th. Steve Evo JR is P5 battling Lethal Force. Steve Evo JR lost 5th to Lethal Force. Steve Evo JR passed Lethal Force for P5. Lethal Force from Australia is 6th, 0.2 behind Steve Evo JR. Steve Evo JR is 6th battling Lethal Force. Isaiah from Australia is 11th, 0.6 behind K. Smith. Smith is 10th driving a Panos, 0.5 ahead of Tabazea. Tabazea in T4 is 11th. Best lap is a 2:14.269. 6.494 off the fastest lap. Steed Evo JR is 5th. 0.8 behind Matt Williams. Tabazea is 11th, 0.9 behind K. Smith. Steed Evo JR in T2 is P5, 0.8 behind Matt Williams. Tabazea on lap 9 is 11th, 1.3 behind K. Smith. Steed Evo JR in T9 is 5th. Best lap is a 2:10.407. 2.632 off the fastest lap. Matt Williams is P5 battling Steed Evo JR. Tabazea is P11, 0.3 behind K. Smith. K. Smith was 0.7 faster last lap. Matt Williams is 5th. Best lap is a 2:10.819. 3.044 off the fastest lap. Tabazea is 11th, 0.3 behind K. Smith. Matt Williams is P5, 0.7 behind Steed Evo JR. Steed Evo JR was 1.5 faster last lap. Tabazea from Australia is 11th, 0.7 behind K. Smith. Matt Williams is 5th, 0.7 behind Steed Evo JR. The leader has just finished the race.
Well done,
Seaman
Chris.
Rowe from Australia finished first.
Untouchable.
Well done, mate. Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna bang it or not.
Well done, Chris.
Thanks, mate. I had to feel something back there. Second last lap. Finished with
Hashtag
0.1.
Thulani finished second.
I'm
Home in second.
Specky K, Sim Racer 203,
Specky in
finished third.
0.2 coming around the last corner. What's the score in it?
Gone.
Guys.
Steve Evo JR finished P4. Matt Williams
Just
finished
back in 2
P5.
minutes, fellas. Just gonna grab a drink.
Yeah, no worries.
Lethal Force finished
I
6th.
ran out of fuel exactly on the line.
Yeah, wow. Nice.
I'm solid assassin.
XXILEX finished P7.
Right, we best go back and fix that a couple of litres. I put 6 more litres than told me to put in.
Huggy65 finished
You got
P8.
account for the. Oh, you put extra readings, didn't you? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I went and said it told me to put 32 litres in. I ended up putting 38, but I needed 42.
Neo
Okay.
finished P9.
Yeah.
K. Smith finished P10. Tabizea finished 11th. Hayes finished P12.
A couple of times, just up my ass.
Oh yeah, well done.
Every time we hit that straight there, that panel's just pulled away.
That was a good one, Steve.
Race 2 coming up shortly. Second race is a reverse grid. It'll automatically set us up.
Yay.
Beautiful. And let's try the Camaro without traction control this race.
Yeah, we're talking.
The
Now that I've
Camaro
driven
looks
it a
good.
bit, the Janetta, you can actually hear the traction control kick in.
Yeah, the
this must
Jenetta's
be-
actually better with it off. Faster with it off.
I reckon it